pie that's dry. It's like it could use a summer lotion.
Okay, well, good evening, everybody. My name is Osei. Well, tonight we are playing Farm Sim 19 1.3 beta patch on Maypole Farm. We'll be taking a little bit of an extended look at this. Wow, my steering wheel is very loose today. Okay. So this is actually the end of the first day. There was a lot of stuff that needed to be done. I bought a whole bunch of fields, 44, 45, 50, 52, 60, 65 and 66. And then I discovered that two of them were grass, one of them was cotton, and one of them was, no, two of them were sugar beets. So I've had to go and plough in three of them. We have a field of barley that is growing. We also have a field of sunflowers, which obviously means more expense because I need 2 headers for the what is it? For the harvester. And the only field that was ready to harvest was one of the grass fields. So we bought a mower, which doesn't work on this particular tractor, which is a Mod Valtra A in a nice fetching shade of metallic yellow. Put that there. We also bought a small windrower, a small round baler. What else have we got? This is our yard. We started from manager mode, so I've got a little open shed here. We've got a cultiplator down the side to plough all our fields. That's the machine shed, which has the harvester and 2 headers in it. We've got a machine shop, a washer there, and silo. Because why not a silo? Flegel trailer is very much like the Strautmann. I'm going the wrong way. But has a slightly larger capacity with the 3 tiers on. I believe the second tier is still only 8,000 and the first tier is about 6,000. So at base level it's larger than the Strautmann, and at the top level it's larger than the Strautmann. It also has a front and rear guard, or potentially you can have a front guard only or a front and rear guard for when you're carrying bales. I'm about to convert it into a bale trailer, and I'm going to put you on silent for a second. Okay, sorry about that. Phone call from the help desk or technical help desk for my PC, which was having problems but isn't anymore. So yeah, I've taken time out to do a fair amount of work today because obviously a fair number of fields need ploughed. We also had to seed a lot of fields and And the other thing you do, weed them, because everything had weeds on. Our 2 grass fields need to be ploughed, but obviously I want to harvest the grass off them before I plough them. We've done that on the one that was ready, the other one is still growing. So we won't be doing that until tomorrow. With the grass at the moment, no animals, so I am planning to wrap them and then stick them on the back of the trailer and sell them. And once I've wrapped them, I'll probably just leave them in the field for tonight and fit the front loader forks onto this tractor tomorrow morning, and somewhere around here, there we go, and then we'll ship them in to sell them tomorrow. I have taken out quite a sizable loan because of the fields I bought. Well, I bought a lot of fields, so, and that was intentional, and then I started buying the equipment sheds, and in analysing what I had on the fields, and ended up having to buy more equipment than I expected to. So that was kind of a problem. Somewhere around here. So it's starting to be night time, and we'll introduce you to our other tractor in a moment when we finish wrapping these bales. And should be just on the right here, follow the tyre tracks. And I'm going to have to do this from outside because I can't see a thing. We'll put the rear work lights on and the high beams on the front. And I've selected black wrap today. Now supposedly this map is a UK map. It's definitely not England, because the speed limit sign coming out of the store is in kilometres an hour. And England still has miles per hour. At least it did last time I checked. I'm guessing it might be Southern Ireland. Hello, Hail Team. This is Maypole Farm. A small map with very small fields. So, and that's a good thing. The way we're set up at the moment, a lot of my equipment is attached to a 3-point hitch at the back of the tractor, and only 3 metre working width. I got the 3 metre working width for the Cultiplow, the seeder, which is the Amazon seeder, and also I got a spreader, Amazon spreader, which is also a mod. Running a fair number of mods on this map. The house there on the left, that's a mod. Cheap house with a sleep point, so kind of handy. There's also something I've done in the yard of the house, which we're going to have to keep an eye on, because that's supposedly something that's been fixed on patch 1.3, but we'll show that in a while when we finish this task. But the tractors have been kind of busy today. As I said, this is the Valtra mod version. It only has 80 horsepower engine, or 85 horsepower engine, so it's a very small tractor. Only cost me 53,000. Standard wheels, and I took the front loader attachment on the front. Wheels are metal, and the colour is metallic yellow, standard Valtra factory issue. can take a look at that when we get back to the main yard again. I'm using the Valtra T 190 horsepower model on Marwell Manor from the same mod pack. The mod pack contains all 4 versions of the Valtra, the A, N, T and S, but it has the full range of engines available. Factory standard from the factory standard, I can add the sentence there. And it also only has about, I think it's 8 standard colours in both metallics and flat. Hi Pi, how you doing? Because this farm is so small, I didn't see the point in getting the main Valtra. Because I think it's a higher horsepower and thus more expensive. Do we have any more? One more. I'm thinking all these will fit quite nicely on a trailer, depending on how well I stack them. So yeah, the standard Valtra A is 65,600. This particular Valtra A is down here 51,000. So what's that? Good. 14,000 cheaper. Factory options for engines are 85 horsepower, which I think is what I have in this. So I haven't spent any extra. You can go 95, 100, 110, 120, 130. Nice. Configuration standard with a front 500 kilogram front weight, and that's it. If you have the front loader arms, then you can't put the weight on the front. If you put the weight on the front, it takes the arms off. So because I need a tractor with front loader arms, I've gone for that. You've got Trelleborg and Nokian tyres, standard with wheel weights, wide weights, rear twins, all-round twins and narrows. Colours, basic red, metallic red, same for orange, same for yellow. We've chosen the yellow option. Blue, green, black, white and silver. And then the tyres, wheels any colour. So he hasn't gone special on those. So 51,400, fit the front loader and take metallic yellow paint, which is another 568, 53,400, which is still 10,000 cheaper than the base model. Now we go and look at the base model, and this starts at 100 horsepower. So I'm 15 horsepower down from that. You can go 110, 100 and okay, you only get the option of 100, 110, whereas this one has the option of anything from 85 to 130. Main colours on this is everything. So, non-standard Valtra colours. Anyway, that's our Valtra. We'll drop that off. I believe we have finished wrapping all the bales now. Because I've wrapped them in black, we can't see them. Because I'm like that. Let's make black bales in night time. Let's get back in the cab and drive back to the yard. So I'm getting fairly well acquainted on how to get in and out of the fields. the seeder is on the other tractor. So yeah, there wasn't much in the way of low horsepower tractors. Obviously, as time goes on, we'll probably get some other sort of 1990s, 1980s tractors, which will give us a little bit more option for cheap tractors. As it is, the other tractor I have was dirt cheap, and we'll take a look at that when we go fetch it. We'll drop that there. Could probably do with some lights in the yard. We'll worry about that later. I think I already sprayed this down when I finished with the baler. Jump in there, we'll put this away. So problem with that little open shed is that it doesn't take tall equipment, so I had to put the weeder in here. Yeah, let's crush the PTO. Turn that off, we'll turn that off. We'll jump out. We're going to need... Nope. Missed again. There we go. Okay. Ouch. Jump over here. We have just seeded this field with wheat. A couple of missed bits, but I'm not going to be too worried about that. Okay, so here's our other tractor, mod that came out on, I think it was Friday. It's the sort of the scoop-nosed Deutz. We've got this fitted with a 750 front weight. Let's get in. Amazon 3 meter seeder on the back. And it's very loud, so let me know if that's too loud for sound. Jump inside. So this tractor has the horsepower to haul the heavier equipment. It's fitted with a standard front weight, so I can once again put the heavy equipment on it without too much worry. I've had the Valtra with the seeder on the back. It's heavy enough to be able to cope with that without ending up with its wheels in the air. Okay, it's all clean, and we'll clean that off. I've still got a pallet of seed off at the store as well. We'll worry about that tomorrow. So I'll put this in this shed as well because we've run out of room in the open shed. .44 Magnum is playing Farm Sim 19. Drop that there. And I'll move forward a little. Turn the engine off, we can jump out. And we're kind of... We've got lights in here, don't we? Oh. Okay. I think we got lights in there. We're going to need lights in the yard, I think. So if we walk down here, I believe here's our house. So I planted this tree, which is from the tree mod pack, and I also plonked this grass here, which in theory should start growing. And we're going to keep an eye on this and see if it does grow. 7:45. I'm probably not tired. I am tired. Okay. We'll sleep till 10 for 10 hours. Ugh. Money going. Okay. Bright early in the morning. Don't know how dark it gets on this map. Oxygen David's maps get very dark. This isn't one of his. So here's the house. Sadly, the lights are always on. It's not something that is daylight sensitive. So we're going to need where the light's coming from. There we go. So we have lights in his... Where are the lights? Okay, so it has lights, but it doesn't have any light bulbs. Oh, it does. Interesting. They just don't seem to be working. It looks like that there might be a light bulb. Hard to tell. But they don't shine, they just emit light. Okay. So we will attach to the front loader, which I put around here. This front loader also a mod. We could take a look at the Deutz in the store actually while we're doing that. So, small tractor. Now, I kind of thought this was a rather low price. 17,969, but the tractor is from 1995, so it's about 20 plus years old. So, the options, we can change the rim colour. I didn't bother. Configuration is standard. There's absolutely nothing going on at the front. 360 kilo front weight, 500, 750, 1010, and you can have a front hydraulic. I opted to go for the 750, and this still resets even in 1.3. Wheel brands, I've opted for the standard Michelins. You've got Trelleborg, which have narrow and wide with weights and rear twins, and back to narrows. You have Mitas, which come in standard and wide. They're kind of flotation tyres. Nokian, communal and wide communal. And the Michelins are standard and wide. That's it. So if we want narrows, we have to go to the Trelleborg. Engine 6.08. We actually went for 6.38, which is 130 horse. So this is our heavy tractor. We've got 750 kilo weight on the front. Doesn't have an option. At least I didn't notice it had an option. Oh, it does have an option for front loader. You have to have no weight on the front in order to do that, or not wide tyres. I'm presuming front hydraulic also allows for a front loader, but you put weights on the front and front loader is no longer an option. Cost, with the 130 horse was less than 30,000. So that was that option. The tipper. This is the Strautmann that a lot of people usually start with. If we customize, you've got 4,000 capacity, 8,000 capacity, or 12,000 capacity. You can have a cover on the 8 or the 12, or you can have it as a bale loading wagon, but you just get the front thing there. If we go and take a look further down, I think there's also this option, which exactly the same options. And that also has a cover optional, but it has the dolly at the front. Okay, if we go back a couple, two versions of the Fliegel, the TDK 160 and the DK 160. I've got the TDK, a little bit more expensive. Base capacity 5,700, 11,300 and 18,600, so quite substantially more stuff. Wheel brands, you can have Trelleborg or Michelin. There's okay, I didn't notice that. Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin. Lizards are expensive, Michelins are expensive. I don't know why I've got wheel set off, because that doesn't make a difference. Two colours, green or other green. I went for the standard green. You also have bale loading wagon with just the front or front and back. So that's trailers that are available. So this thing here, well, let's have a look at the front loader while we're also in the store. So front loader attachments. This one here is for stuff that's under 90 horsepower. You can set it to any colour. Unfortunately, Valtra Gold is not one of them. Design standard, without closures, which are little things there. Okay, so you can either have it with holes or with little plastic stoppers. You can have it without the hose and without the closures. So, okay, the hose is up here. So without hose and with hose. So as you can see from there, you get the hose attached to... Let's get out of the tractor and take a closer look. I'm guessing the hose should connect to something, and I don't think this Valtra has it. Is there any news on when the next update will be released for FarmSim 19? I don't know. We're using it right now, and but I don't know when it's going to be released. So where's our trailer? Over there. Now, another nice thing that we'll find here is it's attached to the trailer. You will notice that on the trailer fill level it now says 0 and 0%. Let's jump back to the Deutz actually, because that was a thing. If we connect to the seeder, it tells us not only the icon for wheat, but also the word for wheat, and we've got 405 litres in there, which is 40% of the load. Barley, oats, so it actually spells out what's in the tank. And I think I had that set for wheat. I'll drop that back down again, but no, I'll drop that back down again. Thank you. But anyway, so that's another improvement on the 1.3 releases. It now tells you what you're carrying. So we'll take the trailer over here. far enough forward. Yes. Customize that, and it should now be free to do that. When buying those types of trailers, it's usually a good idea to buy the biggest capacity, because that way you can take the panels off for free. But if you buy the 8,000 litre one of the standard Strautmann, and then decide, oh, I need 12,000, you're going to have to pay extra for that. If you then want to add, where's the halfway? If you then want to add, say, top to it, what is it, the cover, then that will cost you extra again. If you buy it all in, then you pay. Oops, that's my field, but I don't want to go in there. If you pay for it all up front, you don't have cost later. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and hello, Aerial Scorcher. Sorry, is it Aerial or Aerial? I did wonder that. Probably should have waited till the sun comes up before I do this. Where is the field entrance? No, that's not my field. Is that my field? No, I missed a turning. Aerial. Okay, that's good. Good to know. I've messed this up. I'm also not sure if these hedges have a fence in them or whether you just can't walk through a hedge. I mean, obviously there's barbed wire fencing all around. I can jump through a hedge, I just can't walk through a hedge. I'm confused. Oh, I'm confused because I think I'm in the wrong place. I came down the wrong road. Still snowing. I am so lost. I want to get to 65, which... Let's have a look at the fields while we're here. Okay, there's a road here. I'm right next to 60. So also I want to know, we have weeds in 60, we have weeds in 50. We're going to have to deal with those. We don't have weeds anywhere else. Okay. So I'm next to 60, which means the road to 65 and 66 is the next one along. I need to get some floodlights. I do. There we go. That's the turn I wanted. This is 1.3 beta, yes. It's the next patch that is going to be available, probably fairly soon. It hasn't been released officially, however, if you you can download the 1.3 patch from Giants, I believe. If you go into Steam, if you've got the Steam version of FarmSim, and right click on the game and select Preferences, one of the tabs says Beta, and if you select that tab, you can from a drop down select various options. So you can go back to the 1.1 version if you want, or the 1.0 version. Don't know why you'd want to, but you can do that. And I missed the bale there. You can also do that with Truck Sim as well. If you're playing with ProMods and ProMods hasn't been updated yet, as an example, you can go and select the beta tab and select the prior version of ETS, and that will then let you select the version that runs with ProMods. As soon as ProMods updates, you can then go back into that tab and turn off the beta option. I believe Steam is quite good in that if you... Let's get rid of that map. Because I've selected the 1.3 beta, when 1.3 becomes available, it will reset so that I'm running, I'm not running the beta version, I'm running the actual standard version of FarmSim at that point. It's a patch for the game. It fixes a bunch of issues. I can't remember all of them. One of them is if you're using the landscaping tool and select grass, then it should allow grass to actually grow on the grass patch, as opposed to you just painting green on the ground and having to live with it. So what I did by the farmhouse is I just said, here's some, planted a tree, which I got in a mod pack. Decorations, maybe, yes. So I've got small birch tree, medium birch tree, fully fleshed birch tree, bigger birch tree, huge birch tree. There's maple, beech, palm trees, spruce trees, and pines. And all I have to do is plonk those down on the ground and they become full trees. And they cost me $1 a day. No, they cost me $1 a day. Well, that's fair. I have to pay the electric bill on those, I guess. So I just planted a tree in the middle of the yard and then plonked a green circle around it. And we're now going to see if the green circle eventually turns into actual grass, which is what's supposed to be fixed on 1.3. No. I think I've got too much. How does that look? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to jump out and put, hopefully, a strap on that. Good. Let's go find another bale. Which particular annoying thing are you dealing with? Oh, the other change they made was if you use the landscaping tool to paint the ground, you are only charged for ground that you actually change the colour on. So let's take a jump to the main yard for a second. Oh, that's fine. Get out of that and run in here. So I painted all of this ground sort of a concrete shade. If I go into the landscaping tool, we can do that. Start landscaping. X. I want to change the shape, which I think is C, and tab. I think that's the right one. Nope, that's not the right one. Okay, tab, 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 tab. No, that's definitely the wrong one. Okay, that's the right one. So, theoretically, if I paint this ground with this tool right now, it should not cost me anything, because the ground is already that colour. Now, if I go over here, and let's plonk a patch there, it's costing me money to paint the bit of ground that isn't concrete. But it's not costing me money to paint this bit here. So, cheaper, you know, you can actually get the paintbrush and then run it along, and it won't charge you for the entire area of the paintbrush. It'll just charge you for the area of the paintbrush that isn't currently on that colour of ground. What show is she watching? Somebody is pulling someone's teeth. Oh, she's watching some Worst Cooks in America type of show. I think they have someone who can't cook and a professional chef, and the professional chef is trying to teach them how to cook something special. And obviously these are people who have problems boiling an egg. Okay, that won't, no, that will let me go a bit further. None of that. Back out. There we go. I will be a little bit slow at this. I have not done this sort of work since Farm Sim 17 first came out. And as far as this farm is concerned, I can't afford a trailer to lift them with, so we're going to have to do it all manually. It's okay because it's a small field, and so there's not much stuff to move. That back bale is a little bit off from the rear guard, so I may not get for a side here. Behave. Here we go. Let's try this again. I've got the wheels off the ground. That usually doesn't help. This doesn't want to come off, does it? Seems to have got that wedged right on there. Okay, Let's move forward a little. Jump out and strap it on. See how that works. It's falling off this side. Hopefully that works. I should just be able to pull that right out now. Yay! Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there we see it's silage, 4,000 litres, 100%. 6. Okay. No more guessing what the icon means. Oh. Oh, it's a TV problem. Yes. Yeah, that can be an issue with TVs. They usually have a display area that your picture is falling off of, and in order to fix that, you have to mess with the TV settings rather than the graphics card settings. Okay, that was one. Yeah, that's not long enough to get 3 bales. Or 4 bales, should I say. So we'll have to do what we can. They're going to have to stack. Oops. Ah. Don't do that. We'll move forward and push that back on. Go, go, go. It doesn't want to go back on. Okay, I don't think I can. These forks don't have the range that the in-game forks have. Oops. Oh, congratulations. You just pushed the other bale off. There we go. Okay. Fun with bales. How on earth did I get 2 bales right that close together? Yeah, I think the standard bale forks actually will tip vertically down, not quite vertically up. The problem with these, because they've got that attachment on the front, they have a bit less range in the movement. Okay, that is on. Lower it some more and reverse off, and yes. So, because of the way these bales have stacked, I'm not going to be too worried about getting them close together. It's going to make the rest of the stacking interesting though. We have 4 more bales to get on there. I'm going to have to put it on a second row. Tip it up that way, back up ever so slightly and then drop it, and reverse off, and should work. Okay, let's go get one of the others. So from what I'm thinking, from what I understand, in America they tend to use white wrapping. In colder areas, i.e. the UK, they wrap in black because it helps the heat from the sun to be absorbed into the bale. Just makes it more difficult to see when it's on the field at night time. There we go. And if we jump down, that one there. Should strap that one on. I'll go get the other two before I attempt to mess with the rest of the straps. Should be enough to not knock them off if I do stupid. Oops. Yeah. Kind of thought that would might happen. Oh, picking this one up is going to be interesting. There. Ooh, bale tossing. And there we go. Spike the bale and lift. Gonna need to move to the side to get the view angle. what's the issue there? Oh, I don't right up against that bale. That might fall off. Ooh. Let's tip that down. Push that over a little bit. Or not. Okay, not to worry.